Let's use this drill for golfers who want to hit the ball straight a bit longer, get their driver working by them using their hips in a way more powerful way. If you're someone who struggles to get your hips activated on the downswing, if you are that person, often if you are just getting them rotating back, that's going to encourage these ideas. If you can't get your hips moving slightly ahead of the rest of your body, path is going to be compromised. Then direction, curvature's increased, you lose distance, it kind of all just snowballs up. So getting you to use your hips in a positive way to help push path out towards where you want it to go is easier than you think. And I want you to use this drill basically where you try and get some separation in your last few seconds of your downswing to try and transform the way you turn your hips. Now, the reason you're doing this so late is not because you'll think of it here, is that for some golfers, lots of golfers, intent influences what goes before. So if I've got intent before I hit the ball, hit it really hard, then things happen. I might stand more kind of aggressively, I might make a bigger swing, a faster swing. The intent, so positions you try to get into, places, ideas of segments moving in different speeds, will influence what happens before. So you might be able to influence a better sequence of events, backswing, downswing, by understanding how this feeling of trying to get these hips before your hands through might just shift the needle and getting your hips to wake up a little bit. So really simple idea. What I want you to do is set up, I'm just to the side of this ball here, and then what I'm going to do is just put my hands so opposite trail leg, my right leg, and then from here with the club in this takeaway position almost, it feels like, so I'm not opening hips, I've just basically put my arms across my chest. I'm going to increase my arm across my chest because my chest is going to try and open. My hip is going to turn ahead of my hands. So now my hands are behind trail hip. And then from this position, this stretched out position, I'm then going to whip it through and feel how it makes me really post up on lead leg. Makes me feel like I'm going to, certainly with a driver, almost feel like I'm going to hit up on it, which is good. Lots of you are hitting down and across, again, leaking loads of distance. If you think about the movements you see from lots of amateurs where their hips are either lazy, they're kind of back here, hands this way, bop, or if they do turn, they're back here turning because they've stayed back here. And again, they're just not getting the hands ahead or the hips ahead of the hands, and it's dragging everything down this way. You know the positions, you see them on telly. You know, the great players are like kind of back here coming through and hitting and then out here. We need you to get this segment working basically on the backswing and downswing. It needs to work with its tilts and rotations earlier. For lots of golfers, what's happening is they basically are starting their downswing just by dropping their arms. This isn't really firing, and then it fires about here, which is why this often wants to get ahead of this. You can do this indoors here. I've just shortened the club here. Same idea. What this does, you can feel this really coming across your tummy. So you're trying to really get your body ahead of your hands to then bang, let it go through. It's a great way of trying to loosen up your body, of trying to change the sequence of that downswing to have more of a hip bump, tilt and twist, rather than these kind of horrible positions that we see back here for so many golfers. I'm going to work this into my ideas, get those hips ahead of the hands into a practice swing, and then I'm going to try and hit my ball as quick as I can, trying to apply those same principles. Oh, boom. That is a rip. Now, if you want to understand how to hit your driver a little better, because this is one aspect on how you turn your shoulders and which direction has a huge influence on this club, this video's got loads more info that will help you out. Boom.